I just dropped off the last set of kids to school, and I just wanted to check in about this perfectly imperfect thing called hosting. You know, none of us are gonna do it right. Right in the sense of it being perfect. I don't think there is such thing as perfect. But for those of you who tend to be like me sometimes and want to have all the answers and have it all laid out and know how everything's gonna go and know how to handle everything, you won't, and that's okay. It's okay because that's part of growth and part of learning, and I think that's the part of fun of being a parent and also hosting is the unknowns and the adventure of just doing it. I mean, for instance, last night our student had a concert, and she likes to send pictures and videos to her family, and my phone is so full. I did take a couple pictures, but afterwards she said, "Did you take a video?" And I said, "Oh, no, I didn't." And I didn't even think to ask my husband, who had come in late because we had a daughter at karate, and I felt bad. You know, this is her high school experience, and she wants to remember it and share it with her family, and I just missed it. The coordinators make mistakes. My coordinator came over yesterday. She was supposed to come at 3:30, and she was late, and which is fine. She let our student know, but then my husband had a class he had to teach, so I had to run off and pick up kids from school. And when I sat down with her at home, because 1 month she has to do her interviews over the phone and the other month she has to do it in person, and she said, "Oh, I just got back into town yesterday and I saw that the deadline for your guys' application to host next year is today." And so it's just like, we want to host next year. So she thinks it'll go through fine, even if we do it late. She's not sure how many students she's going to have next year. Normally she has over 50 pre-pandemic. Last year she had 2 students. This year she has 2 students, and she's not sure if any more are going to be coming in the next year. So coordinators make mistakes, and sometimes it's a little frustrating, and sometimes it's a big deal, I'm sure, with some people. Certain things definitely, the things that bother me the most are when they call last minute for their monthly check-in, and it is last minute for them, and I don't have the time at this moment to spend 15 minutes talking. Like, I can't call you back right now, you're gonna have to wait. But it is what it is. I'm sure their journey is perfectly imperfect as well, but I do like our coordinator. She does care, and that's the most important thing. She wants the experience to be good for us and for our student. Another thing I wanted to say was, this year we've had an interesting opportunity because our student is a sophomore, and they wanted to come to the US in their freshman year and do all 4 years in high school here, and she wasn't able to. She was able to go to international school in her home country last year, and so we get her for 2 more years. That's if the paperwork goes through, that I'll be submitting sometime this week. And All of our other students have either been as short as 2 weeks in a month-long program, to a month-long, to 6 weeks, 4 months, and a number of them for a year. And I have to say, I was unsure how to approach having a student for 3 or 4 years. It seems these years are so formative, and I guess my opinion is that children grow best under their own parents. But our student is definitely mature. She's definitely ready for this. Her older sibling also went on a 4-year high school in another country, so it's something she's been looking forward to. She's thriving. She's happy at our home, which is good. I did let her know that, hey, if I understand if next year you want to be in a different home, you know, that's your choice. And she said she wants to stay with us, and I said, so we're not too weird for you? And she said no. we're pretty odd. Which does make for a lot of laughs, which probably is my favorite part. So anyway, just to encourage you today, you're gonna make mistakes, you're gonna learn on the way, you're gonna be like, oh man, I wish I would have thought through that a little bit more. Or you're gonna make some big mistakes, and I feel I've made some of those, and it's just the same as parenting. If you've had that opportunity, you just kind of jump in saying, we're gonna figure this out, and you figure it out, and the failures are worth it for perspective and experience, and also being able to help somebody who will be in your shoes. I appreciate the community that we have here at Host Family Exchange Student Life, and the comments that I get. I reply every single one, and I like to see the engagement and all the likes that come on people's comments, and the common themes that help me shape content that will be beneficial. But this channel is just like our hosting. It's perfectly imperfect, and I don't know what I'm doing other than sharing my thoughts and ideas and convictions as well. And so thank you for being part of the journey and giving your insights. And I hope you have a lovely day. It's definitely feeling spring here in Minnesota, and the sun is shining, and it's lovely. I hope you find peace in this world, and we'll connect soon.